Most church vocals don't sound bad, they just sound dry and lifeless. And this is something we hear constantly from churches we mentor. They've done the EQ, they've done the compression, and the vocals still feel lifeless. The problem almost always shows up in the reverb. Now, you don't want to use just any reverb, and there's a really narrow range where reverb actually helps the vocals. You miss that range, and you've got a new problem on your hands. I'll show you how to set up my two favorite reverbs on the Qu and how to land it right in that sweet spot, like this.
It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you. Oh.
Be sure to grab my free vocal reverb cheat sheet linked in the description to help you follow along and implement these tips easily the next time you're at the mixer. You'll get the best results if you apply my simple vocal EQ strategy first, so if you haven't seen that video yet, it's linked on the screen and in the description. The Qu has 6 stereo effects slots available. We only want to utilize 2 of those slots for our vocals. It's super simple on the Qu, and you don't even have to use up any mix buses. Tap the Effects button and then select Effects 1. Tap the Library button and select Reverbs. Scroll down and select Plate Reverb, and then tap Recall. We also want to carve out lows and highs to keep the reverb clean and pleasant, so under Effects 1, tap PEQ, select the low filter and change it to a high pass. Set the frequency to 250 Hz. Select the high filter, change it to a low pass, and set the frequency to 3 kHz. This is going to be our primary vocal reverb. It's a bright, lively reverb that will add a lot of presence to the vocals. So that's reverb number 1, and it can sound great all on its own, but the second one is going to be the cherry on the top. Select Effects 2, tap the Library button, and select Reverbs. Scroll down and select Hall Large, and tap Recall. Then you're going to set the same PEQ parameters as Effects 1. This is going to be our secondary vocal reverb. It sounds warmer and has a greater sense of space, as well as a longer trail off. This will pair nicely with the plate reverb. Now we need to make sure your sends and returns are set up properly so that you can actually hear it. So navigate to layer C and make sure your Effects 1 send and Effects 2 send are set to 0. This ensures the volume of your reverb is not cut or boosted. And now we need to make sure that our reverb is being sent to the main mix. So select your LR mix and then navigate to layer C and turn Effects 1 return and Effects 2 return up to 0 dB. Now your reverbs are set up, but how do we hit that sweet spot so it doesn't make your sound worse? You'll need to do this at your next rehearsal, and it's super quick and easy. While the band is playing, mute all of your vocals except for the lead vocal. Select Effects 1 so that your faders are adjusting your reverb sends, turn up the fader for your vocal until it's noticeable, and then back it down to where it blends in. Let me show you what I mean.
Breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise.
Now select Effects 2, do the same thing with your hall reverb. This one likely needs to be about 5 to 10 dB lower than the plate. This one can really kill vocal clarity if you use too much.
Pour out our praise, it's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise, it's your breath.
Your other vocals need reverb as well, and you can just go ahead and copy over the same levels for both of those reverbs as you did on your lead vocal. The same levels should work well across each vocal, but when you get a chance to, go ahead and solo each vocal to see if they need any fine tuning. Now I want to make sure that you know when reverb is too much, because it can quickly ruin your mix by making your vocals sound hollow and unfocused like this.
It's your breath in our lungs. It's your breath in our lungs.
So remember, turn it up until you notice it and then back it down until it blends in. This usually gives you a mix that feels full and alive without sounding swimmy or hollow. But don't click off just yet. You still need a way to smoothly turn reverb on and off for moments when vocals are talking. You don't want reverb on their talking voice. So let's set up a DCA. Tap the routing button and then go to the DCA/MG assign page. On any DCA group you want to use, click View, click Effects at the top, and then select Effects 1 send and Effects 2 send and click Apply. Make sure Assign is activated, and now the corresponding DCA fader adjusts the master volume for both of your effects. Just remember that this adds an extra layer of volume control, and if you forget about it, you might be scrambling to figure out why you can't hear your reverb, so just use that with caution. So now your vocals sound great, but what about your instruments? Well, with a few small adjustments, you can use the same hall reverb on your instruments too, and you definitely should. I recommend putting it on a separate effects channel so that you have independent control from your vocal reverb. But wait, what about your live stream? You definitely need to send your reverbs to your live stream as well, but once you do, the balance will likely change compared to your room. Now, dealing with this is simple. You just need to make some adjustments to the return levels on your live stream bus. If you want step-by-step clarity for your entire mix, including how to set up and fine-tune your live stream and a repeatable system your whole team of volunteers can follow our training, it's linked in the description. And then click the video on your screen where I'll show you how to build a mix on Sunday with this mixer.